Hello? There we go. Hi. I'm your resident bibliophile and royal witch Empress Celestia Libri. Welcome to today's stream, everybody. Sorry for the little craziness there here at the beginning. Gorilla stream. I am going to be doing more of the seance of Blake Manor. Let's go ahead and hop on over to it. Let's see if it'll load. I don't want to. Hello? You're in the void. There's something though here. There we go. Taking a hot minute. Okay. So just a refresher on the content warning. The Seance of Blake Manor is a gothic folk horror and as such touches on a lot of the human tragedies experienced throughout history. Every effort has been taken to find a balance between authenticity and sensitivity with the language used. The player's discretion is advised. And if you have watched the first video of me playing this, you will know, and if you don't know, I will tell you. Because this is back, the setting is 1897 in Ireland, and with them being authentic to the times, and making characters with different beliefs and different backgrounds. There will be characters that you come across in this game where you are not going to believe as they do. There might be things that are said from a character's point of view that you feel is wrong or antiquated. So keep in mind, this is just a game, and they made it authentic to the times and people, you know, beliefs and whatnot of that time, different people that you would come across. So just keep that in mind as we come across different characters, as certain dialogue is given from these characters. You may not believe what it is they are presenting. This is a work of fiction. It is a game. They made it authentic to the times. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and continue. All right. So, I left off with finally getting myself into the library and being surrounded by books. Yay. And we have a few people in here that we can talk to. What's this? Northeastern corridor. Okay. Ooh. We can also read, okay, different bookshelves. These are both psychology. And you can even go up the stairs here. Yay. Okay. Oh, they're even marked. So psychology, sciences, archaeology, geography. Can you climb? Please tell me you can climb. Wait. It's a step ladder. How astute. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Let's talk to these two individuals. We're going to analyze first. Alrighty. Innocent bearing, she presents herself more like a child than an adult. White heather hairpin, a collection of small dried white flowers in her hair. Okay. We shall talk.
I don't Only recently. Declan Moore,
sorry.
miss. Pleased to meet you.
She said, I don't believe we know each other, do we? Have you just arrived? Okay.
And are you, Mr. Ward? Were you meant to be here, or did something bring you suddenly? Oh, blast. That shouldn't matter. Oh, and now I've forgotten to say my name. Ivy McLeod. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You have me all flustered. I am host to the second sight, you see. I know things. Or at least I should. It feels as if, since coming here, I'm host to nothing anymore.
Oh, interesting.
I should have known you were going to be here. And be late. But it's just more proof that something is wrong.
Interesting. All right. Have you noticed any strange happenings around the manor? Truth be told, I woke up last night to all the windows having been opened. What the fudge? That wasn't what woke me, though. What woke me was a knocking on the underside of my bed. There was nothing there, of course, but I didn't sleep much after that. Ruh-roh. What is your opinion on the Grand Seance? You know, I thought there might be more of us attending with all the spiritualists in London. But I suppose this seems very far from home for some, especially those who've never left the city. I don't mind. It means there's many people here that I've never met, and some of them are very interesting, don't you think? Alright, we'll get her timetable. Do you know how you're going to spend today? You mean other than the ball later? I think I'm going to go to Miss Montavani's talk at 5 p.m. I would like to hear what she has to say. Apart from that, I don't really know. Perhaps I'll get some fresh air, unless it gets too cold. As for Sunday, well, they don't have any services that suit me, so I think I'll take a walk in the garden while Victoria is at church. After which, I hope she'll join me out there for a walk. And naturally, we'll want a good lunch at some stage, too. We shouldn't attempt to raise the dead on empty stomachs. We'll need our focus for the seance. Alright, the strange device. Have you seen the strange device in the atrium? I cannot look at that without getting a headache. I suspect if my powers were working properly, I would learn a great many terrible things from that device. And in a way that, if nothing else, makes me glad that they are gone. Okay. You know, I had the strangest dream the night I arrived here, of a long hallway leading to nothing but more doors. Oh, I've had the same. Victoria, too. I think it's, the atmosphere. Everywhere looks the same, so of course it'll bubble up in one's dreams. You know, I've been reading about it. Hallways represent transitional spaces, because that's what they are. Quite literally. They can mean moving from one thing on to another, a new stage in life, a new relationship, a new worldview. And locked doors? That's easy. They're barriers to overcome. But really, don't take it too much to heart. The symbols? I don't know so much about that. Sigils, I think. But that is really outside of my practice. I think everyone gets strange dreams around here, right? I am sure now that there is a shared dream being experienced here, but what is it trying to convey, and how can I find out? If only there were a way I could revisit and explore the dream itself. Perhaps I can try this lucid dreaming? Ooh. Alright, Miss Dean's room. Do you know which room Miss Dean was staying in? Of course I do. don't, actually. I should have forgotten a thing like that. I shouldn't have forgotten a thing like that. She wasn't in my corridor, I remember that much, but still, how could I? Oh, how many more ways can I lose my mind? Okay. Hauntings? I could swear there's been some strange things happening around this place. It's getting close to Halloween, and with so many of us here, we're not exactly leaving the spirits in peace. Even if we wanted to, which I do, I've seen some ghastly things. The mirrors especially, I keep seeing a man behind me, you see. He's never there when I turn around, of course, but I swear his mouth opens a little wider whenever I spot him, and, well, I keep my head bowed at the dressing room mirrors now. But the other day, I think I felt something wet across the back of my neck. Ooh. Ooh, that's creepy. That's creepy. For all that your visions must show you, you have managed to keep an air of innocence about you. Thank you, sir, though I fear my innocence is nearing its end. Not because of the seance, but through the events surrounding it. I begin to suspect that it ties in with my diminishing visions. Is that a heather you have pinned in your hair, Miss McLeod? It is. White Scottish heather. It's supposed to be for good luck. When I was a wee girl, learning to live with my sight, it was braided into my hair to calm me after a bad vision. I guess it stuck. And her second sight. Would you tell me about this ability of yours, miss? Normally, I would joke that I knew you were going to ask that. But since coming here, it's cloudy. And, well, I feel blinded in a way. But I've put the cart before the horse. You don't even know what it is that I've lost yet. It's passed down by blood through Scottish families. It's not uncommon. Fair few people have the ability, at least a little bit. It just so happens that I'm the only one of my family to have it to any measure, and it came in very strong. The second sight, it gives a person foreknowledge, or just knowledge you couldn't possibly know. I get visions, mostly of things to come. Or, I used to. Since arriving here, I've been cut off from it. Surely I should have seen warning of that? Alright, and back. So
I'll let you
show
be,
these.
miss.
Take care, Mr. Ward.
Alright, so that's her. And then we'll talk to this one. And let's see, we have 2 observations. Watchful expression. She has an acute gaze, no doubt watching events quite carefully. And morning cameo. A jet and ivory cameo depicting a man's silhouette. So she's a widow, maybe?
I don't think we've met. Who might you be?
My name's Declan Ward. Miss,
Ah, the man from this morning. The man from room number 4. I am Mrs. Victoria Lau. How do you do?
Mrs. Lau. A pleasure. Another seance attendee?
Indirectly only. I am Miss McLeod's chaperone. The event itself is not to my taste. I am here for her and her alone.
Okay. I've heard talk of ghosts, but I could swear this place is strange besides that. I keep finding the contents of my pockets under my pillow. Interesting. I don't know how that happens. If something is missing, I can find it under my pillow. This morning, it was the contents of my jewelry box. That's so odd. Do you think the seance is going to be successful? I'll believe it when I see it, Mr. Ward. It just so happens that I've already seen some improbable things. Get her timetable. Do you know how you're going to spend today? I've convinced Ivy to spend some time in the library throughout the day. It's surprisingly expansive from what I've seen so far. And as far as fair trade-off, she wishes to visit Lottie, one of the horses. And then, of course, the ball. That should prove interesting. Then on Sunday, I will be attending the church service at 11 a.m., of course. After that, well, you'll think me quite the bookworm, Mr. Ward, but I'll be dragging Ivy to the library again. And before the seance, I will be attending the silent dinner at 8 p.m. Okay. Strange device. What do you make of the strange device in the atrium? Nothing. I am not that interested in the event or its showpieces, so I have not given it a second thought. Okay. I had the strangest dream the night I arrived, like I was trapped in the corridors of this place. Oh gosh, I know those dreams. Wandering a long corridor, trying to find the way out through its many doors, a feeling that something else is there. You know, I've drawn the symbols I saw there and showed Miss McLeod, and she has seen the very same ones in her dreams. I'm sure we both saw it here amidst the decorations, or who knows where, but it's unsettling still. Alright, Miss Dean's room. Do you know which room Miss Dean was staying in? Why do you think I would know that? I mean, I have no dealings with her. I would have no reason to know. Fair. Have you seen any strange occurrences around the manor, Mrs. Lau? Doesn't the event alone count as one? But you mean the ghosts, don't you? I can't say I was expecting you to believe in ghosts. Well, I've seen some strange things. Ivy calls them ghosts, and I've no better explanation for them. There was a woman upstairs in the atrium. I took her for another guest, but when I went up to say hello, she was just gone. I do believe that many things have rational explanations, and maybe Ivy's visions and the young woman I saw have a practical explanation. But for now, Mr. Ward, in my own way, I do confess I believe in Ivy's visions. So while improbable, ghosts no longer seem impossible. Your companion mentioned something called second sight? Really, it's what brings us here. I know it sounds outlandish, Mr. Ward, but she is genuine. Somehow Ivy gains visions of the future, or knowledge she shouldn't know. I don't know how. I wish I did. That's how I met her, you know. She pulled me aside at a party to give me a warning, a total stranger to her, though I was. She predicted my husband's passing. Perhaps if I had been more open, if I had listened, acted sooner. After his death, I had no question about her ability. She was there while I mourned, and in time, we became friends. She mentioned it has weakened since coming here? Strangely enough, yes. I might have expected the opposite. I think I might be liking this lady. I hope you don't mind my saying, Mrs. Lau, but you seem to have a keen eye on the goings-on. I will confess I do. You can learn a lot about a person or your situation just from keeping a careful watch. I notice you're wearing a cameo. May I ask who it depicts? Yes. It's of my late husband. While I'm no longer expected to dress in mourning for him, and he would not have wanted me to continue on so, anyway, I rather like to keep the cameo. It keeps him close. Okay. On my arrival here, I thought I saw a woman washing something in the fountain. Ooh, no response. Initially. I have seen her too, though I saw her on entering the ladies' bathroom. She shrieked and I fell back. When I stood, she was gone, save the shawl she was washing in the tub. There was no way she got past me. Another gift from this awful hotel. Let's go. Okay. Last thing. You said you're Miss McLeod's chaperone, yes? She needed someone to accompany her for this event, and I wanted to see Ireland. That, and she's my closest friend. I had little reason to turn her down. I've no skill like Ivy does, but I am interested in being here. Okay. Cool.
That's all, Mrs. Lau.
Farewell, Mr. Ward.
Okay. She seems like a reasonable, level-headed woman. Medicine. Medicine. Okay. Ooh, world mythology. Ooh, okay. Cool. Irish mythology, very nice. Flora and fauna. World history, very nice. Irish folklore, ooh. Gosh, can I visit this library? Please and thank you. Spiritualism. Religion. Blake history. Ooh. Irish history. Man, gosh. I want to visit this library. Can we make this real? Please? Please, I'm begging you. Okay. A bottle of sherry. It's open, but it's only missing a drink or two's worth. Okay. Horses schedule. It looks to be Miss Quinn's schedule. I've made a note of her movements in my timetable. Research. Various books detailing historical land ownership in this region. Don't move that. I'll get back to it eventually, says Miss Quinn. Alright, let's talk.
If you'd hold a moment, I'm just looking for something.
Are you
Okay.
all right, miss?
Fine. Just looking for a book. I know I had it just a few days ago, but now it's nowhere to be found. Without it... Without it... damn it! I'm at a dead end. Would you tell me if you see it? It's a book on local land records from late last century. It has to be around here somewhere, unless... another guest has taken it?
Okay. Wait, do we have it? Eh?
Actually, I believe I might have the records you're looking for.
Oh.
Wait, you... Ha! Look at that, you do indeed. Where was it?
Miss Barbosa had it.
How did she get it? Of course. I loaned it to her during tea and then forgot. Too many late nights researching. Speaking of
boy.
which, on page 78 and... Oh, that's what I was looking for. Thank you, sir. You've helped me a lot. I don't know why you would, but you have. I don't think... I
Interesting.
haven't seen you before the incident with the bird, unless I'm wrong.
Rest assured, miss, we haven't met. My name's Declan Ward. I've only arrived recently.
Even
Okay.
then, I could still have missed you if you hadn't come by the library, I mean. Anyhow, I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Ward. My name is Quarantine Quinn. You can call me Quarantine, and I might now owe you a favor. But for now, thank you sincerely. And do please excuse me, I have work to do.
And off she goes. Okay. Well, what's this? She seems to have left something behind. Part of a note remains on the back. Ritual requires a body of water. So, ritual? Maybe? I can use the bathtub in the ladies for the fur. So, maybe first. First what? What is Miss Quinn planning? Okay. Let's see. It's 1:34, so there's 26 minutes left in the hour. Let's start back here, and we'll work our way forward as far as books go for us to look at. Alright. Explorations into the fields of archaeology. It's changes over the past 100 years and information on some of the biggest sites and finds in that period. Is there anything I want to look up? Nothing right now, apparently. Psychology. Or psychology, not psyche. What the fudge? Anyway, psychology. Tomes on the mind and its workings. I see titles on asylums, mental disorders, and phrenology, alongside books on stoicism, existentialism, and nihilism. Is there anything I want to look up? Ooh, we got stuff to look up. Okay. Look up dreams. Dreams are part of the sleep experience and act as a way to process one's experiences of that day. They are often abstract and sometimes surreal and range from pleasant to frightening. Psychologists and scientists are still trying to understand the true nature and depth of the subject, but as with any mystery, it has drawn its fair share of enthusiasts who find meaning in the symbolism involved. Since dreams are mercurial and often soon forgotten after sleep, many people turn to lucid dreaming to better control and recall. Alright, so look up lucid dreaming. A type of dream state wherein the dreamer is aware they are dreaming and has control inside said dream. Dreamers may be able to control, explore, and recall dreams in a way not possible from normal, deeper sleep. There are many ways to achieve a lucid dream state, and like many skills, it will get better with practice. A common method is to induce sleep states in such a way as to block entering deeper sleep. Examples include waking the dreamer regularly or using specially crafted music to block the mind from entering deep slumber. Would a psychologist or doctor know more about this? Okay. And then we'll do nothing right now. And then... Okay, so that's giving me the same thing. Alright, so... We've got geography. A great collection of works on world geography and geographical features. Is there anything I want to look up? Woo! Boy, do we got stuff. Okay. 5 different things to look up. Sheesh! Alright, so Blake Manor. Construction on Blake Castle began in 1652, on land awarded to the veteran soldier Edward Blake. It was a matter of no small undertaking or finance, and the work continued over generations. It is said that the manor was built on ground the local residents considered to have once been sacred, but records of this do not exist. Sacred how? Alright, the Connacht region. The western most province of Ireland, once a collection of kingdoms and site of and witness to two of the most terrible battles in Irish history. While interceded with significant periods of peace, Connacht has a history of warfare. Party to the Irish rebellion against the crown, aided by French forces, and backdrop to the Cromwellian conquest. Connacht is a much contested stronghold of Irish culture. The northernmost province of the four provinces of Ireland, and once the heart of the Gaelic world, today Ulster holds the greatest population of Protestants and loyalists to the crown after the country of Ireland was adopted into the United Kingdom in 1801. Ulster was previously a region of importance to Irish sovereignty, it being the seat of power from where one of 5 king above kings would rule. Belfast is the largest city in the region on the border of countries Antrim and Down, and counties. Oh my gosh, let me start this over. Belfast is the largest city in the region on the border of counties Antrim and Down, and is a significant center of populace in Ireland as a whole. Okay, so now we've got Munster. The southernmost province of Ireland's 4 provinces, Munster was where the most of St. Patrick's work bringing Christianity to Ireland took place. With this, in several cities, Cork and Waterford among them, founded by Viking settlers, Munster has long had a tradition of transformative visitations. Not least of these being the colonization of the region by the English in the 16th century, a most significant venture by the crown. Okay, Leinster, the easternmost province of Ireland. Leinster was home to many Celtic tribes, most notably the Liffin, wait. Liffin? To which the province owes its name. This region housed a collection of small kingdoms and dynasties, with the hill of Tara in particular located in Meath, later named Meath, holding significant spiritual and political power as the seat of the High Kings of Ireland. Vikings made their arrival to Ireland and by the mid-9th century had transitioned from raiding to settling, with Dublin being their most significant settlement, serving as a major trade centre and later becoming a Norse Gaelic kingdom. This would not last as the Vikings were later driven out by native Irish rulers. Leinster has seen a long history of territorial battles, ranging from the arrival of the Anglo-Normans in the late 12th century, leading to the broader invasion of English forces to a Gaelic resurgence in the Middle Ages, followed by the Tudors solidifying English control over Ireland by the 16th century. More recently, the Cromwellian conquest landed in Dublin with 12,000 troops and traveled north to begin an assault that would later be known as the Siege of Drogheda, or the Drogheda Massacre, its surviving rebels being transported to the overcrowded gaol of Dundalk, where they were left to starve and die. This would only be the beginning of Oliver's devastating campaign on Irish soil. Yikes. Phew. All right. So now we've got the sciences. Topics such as physics, astronomy, geology, and more are stored here. Is there anything I want to look up? Apparently nothing right now. Alright, how about medicine? A collection of medicinal texts, some on practices long outdated. Is there anything I want to look up? Ooh, we've got some stuff. Alright, look up Mrs. Darcy's medical code. It says here this code is used to indicate spontaneous abortion, or miscarriage in common parlance. It seems that the condition being listed as a bad cold is a euphemism. Look up folk healing. Many accomplished modern doctors and physicians have been born, raised, and trained in Ireland, and thus there is no shortage of such doctors there. Ireland is home to a parallel discipline known often as folk healing. That is, the tradition of treating ailments, common and uncommon, with hedge magic from the tangible, such as the application of herbal teas and tinctures, to the intangible and somewhat more fantastical, often the creation or application of charms or rites. While there is a belief that such ability is available to anyone, particular prowess is noted amongst a community, and often leads to one or two people being noted authorities on the practice within their communities. Okay then. Okay, world mythology. I want to go up the ladder for this. Hehe. Books on the various mythologies across the world, though the focus is heavily on the classics and Egypt. Is there anything I want to look up? Ooh, vampires! Undead humans who survive by draining the blood of the living, a common supernatural element in most European cultures. Examples include the Albanian... Ruh-roh. I am not going to know how to pronounce these words. Fair warning. Albanian Striga, Greek Phrykolakos, Romanian Strigoi, and Irish Abhartak. I may have butchered any one or all of those. Don't come after me. I don't know how to say those words. The Irish Apartak was called a dwarf for its childlike proportions. Despite its anger and bloodthirst, its subjects were drawn to it as if under a spell. They are nigh impossible to kill, being vulnerable only to wood from the yew tree. Even then, once killed, it needs to be buried upside down and weighed down with a stone of such a size that it would take at least 5 good men to move it. For these reasons, it's said that once a land is plagued by an apartak, they are never to truly be free from it. That it will return to feed on generation after generation. Yikes. That's not good. Oops. Alright, next we have Irish mythology. A collection of books on the 4 cycles of Irish mythology are here, alongside writings on supernatural sites and entities. Is there anything I want to look up? Look up the veil. The veil is the barrier between the living and the dead, the mundane world and the spirit world. There are times and places when the veil thins, and interaction between the two worlds becomes easier, for better or for worse. The veil may be thin in places that have seen great tragedy, or in places of magical significance. As for time, it is known that the veil is thinnest on All Hallows Eve, and this is when spirits of many kinds may walk the earth, and be seen even by those who usually would not encounter such things. It is also when communication through the veil is easiest. As such, traditionally, any attempts to contact the dead are made in this period of the year, as they are known to be successful at this time. Okay. And now we have flora and fauna. Various books on plant life, trees, herbs, and wildlife, both living and extinct. Is there anything I want to look up? Ooh, we got stuff. Alright, so the white heather from that woman's hairpin. Heather is found in abundance across Scotland, especially in the drier heathlands. There are several types, though most common and therefore most iconic is common heather, also known as ling. Ling is typically a pink-purple color, but a much rarer variety of ling with white flowers is also to be observed growing in the region. White heather is associated with battles and conflict, but is thought to bring good luck to anyone who carries it. Interesting. One common usage of white ling, with this superstition in mind, is its inclusion in bridal bouquets. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so now we're looking up crows. There are many types of crow, this being a species of bird within the Corvus genus. In common parlance, the word crow may refer to any one of them. Typically, crows are understood to be black with long pointed beaks, suitable for scavenging, as they are indeed carrion birds. Carrion birds live off dead flesh and are abundant as crows in northern Europe. Their tendency to congregate around battlefields to eat the flesh of fallen soldiers has been the inspiration for many incidents of folklore and story. And they are now almost universally recognized to be symbolic of death. Ruh-roh. Alright, so now we've got Irish folklore and world history. Accounts from across the globe as to the key events and figures throughout all recorded time. Is there anything I want to look up? Alright, so we'll look up Carnival. Carnival is a lively celebration that emphasizes the joy of life before the Christian season of Lent. Unlike Mardi Gras, Carnival is not limited to just one day, spanning from January to March, with festivities culminating on the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday. The celebrations are marked by vibrant floats, elaborate costumes, and massive parades, with the rhythm, participation, and style of costumes differing from region to region. Okay. Oliver Cromwell. Instrumental in the execution of King Charles I and the brief period in which England became a commonwealth in the 1600s. Even in his homeland, Cromwell was a controversial figure, infamous for his ban on the celebration of Christmas, among many such joyful activities. Dang! As they were thought to distract from the worship of God. While widely disliked in England, his legacy in Ireland is significantly darker and more bloody. In what became known as the Cromwellian Conquest, Cromwell led what amounted to a massacre across Ireland in the form of a conquest. He spared no quarter, going so far as to order the deaths of even those who had sheltered in churches, such as in the siege of Drogheda. Wow, buddy. Shoo! That's something. Alright, a section on Irish folklore and ghost tales. Is there anything I want to look up? Oh, we got a few things here. Look up turnip heads. Towards the end of October, and with the approach of Halloween, it is not uncommon to see carved lanterns adorning doorsteps and windowsills. In Ireland and Scotland both, there is a long-held tradition of carving a face into turnips and putting a lit candle inside them. The tradition is thought to stem from the Irish folk tale of Stingy Jack, a spirit barred from both heaven and hell and forced to walk the earth eternally. Whether this is true or not, these carved turnips are thought to serve a practical purpose. It is thought that on Halloween night, the veil between life and death is thin, and spirits walk to earth, many with ill intent. These turnips are carved into grotesque faces and lit as lanterns to ward off any spirits that would do the living harm. Okay. Fear Gorta. The Fear Gorta, literally a man of hunger, is a type of apparition that is linked to the Great Famine. Though there are alternate accounts that consider it an omen of further famines to come. Taking the form of a starving person, the Fear Grata is a spirit of hunger who will follow people to ask for food. Should it catch its prey, it will not hesitate to consume them to satisfy its hunger. Always unsuccessful in quenching its hunger, it then seeks out a new victim. Yee. That's not very nice. The washerwoman, or the bean nigh, is an instance of the other folk providing unwelcome news without exhibiting aggression or violence. The apparition is said to appear before battle, where she will be seen washing the bloody armor of those to die, as if they are already dead. It is said she appears at battlegrounds as she feeds off of grief. Perhaps this is why she shows visions of those to die? Yeah. Interesting. A mix of guides on spiritual matters, guides for making contact, and a record of supposedly real encounters with the afterlife. Is there anything I want to look up? Holy crap, wow. Dang, okay. Look up the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. To the layperson, not much is known about the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, henceforth the Golden Dawn. It is a secret magical society founded in England, although it is rumored to have further branches. Reportedly, the Golden Dawn's focus is on divine magic and spiritual development, though the specifics of this are unknown. Despite the Golden Dawn's enigmatic nature, its members may be recognized by its symbol, a Latin cross with a rose in its center, and a pentagram and several alchemical symbols on each arm. Alright, tarot cards. Originally a type of card deck used for various Italian games, the tarot card was later adopted by the French for use in divination or cartomancy. This being a publication unconcerned with such mundane issues as simple card games, we will disregard the traditional use for its magical cousin. A tarot deck consists of 78 cards and 2 arcana, the 21 major arcana being face cards and the minor arcana being suits. The minor arcana is divided into 4 suits: wands, swords, cups, and coins, and consists of cards of numbers 1 to 10 and 4 court cards. Each major arcana has specific meaning, as does every suit and its cards with therein, and every card has another meaning again if drawn in the reversed position. Tarot cards are to be drawn one by one in formation and read with consideration of their individual meaning and their position in the draw. They are typically consulted in matters of love and fortune, but can be asked a great many things and in general are favored for their versatility. Alright, second sight. The second sight is a skill possessed by some that allows them to know of the future or events far from them they should rightly have no knowledge of. It can also refer to the ability to see the dead. In Scotland, it is thought to run in families, especially those in the Highlands, and while the information gleaned through this mystic sense can be useful, it can also be harrowing. Sight alone does not mean understanding, nor can dark visions of the future necessarily be averted, though those with the sight are often compelled to try. Alright, now we're looking up seances. A seance is a ritual used to speak with the dead and typically hosted by a spirit medium, but attended and aided by a number of guests. A spirit is called upon by the medium and asked questions. It will answer them through physical means such as moving a glass on a board, through audible means such as knocking, or if one is so lucky, by the possession of one of those at the table. In this case, the spirit is frequently able to articulate itself better, although some may find it to be a distressing sight. Seances are typically used by still living loved ones to speak to those they have lost, or to divine secrets known only to the dead. Alright, now on to ghosts. There is much debate over the true nature of ghosts, even their existence in the first place, but there are two major prevailing theories. The first is that a ghost is a remnant of a person, a soul that, for whatever reason, has not passed on. This sort of ghost is typically attributed to the need for some desire of the soul, or the person it was, to be sated, be it revenge, ambition, or love. In a similar vein, they frequently cling to some object or place of importance, unable to complete whatever business holds them there in their new state. Why does that feel weird to say? A secondary, less discussed but widely credited theory of the cause of apparitions is the manifestation of emotion or trauma. In this theory, it is thought that human beings are capable of imparting such emotion that it forever affects the location that witnesses it. In these cases, it is not the spirit itself that haunts a place, but the event, typically a harrowing death, imprinting itself upon a space. These theories are not exclusive, and could very well exist alongside each other, such as the prevalence of spirits that it seems unlikely both are not true. And lastly, we have mystics. There exist among us certain people predisposed to sensing and invoking the ebb and flow of the spiritual world and its denizens. These people, often called mystics, as indeed I will refer to them here, possess a unique capability. They are able to sense the supernatural and otherworldly, and in doing so provide means of communication with it, often using themselves as the go-between. This is most commonly achieved by invoking a trance or otherwise altered state through spell, prayer, or ritual, and inviting either a spirit, a higher power, or a denizen from another world to speak through them. And there you go. Irish history. A catalogue of events through Ireland's past, studies on its people, and census data is found here. Is there anything I want to look up? We have the Great Famine. It's less than 50 years since the Great Hunger that lasted from 45 to 52. A blight wiped out the potato crops. Most of the population relied on that to survive, as the English rule exported every other resource from the country: peas, beans, rabbits, fish, honey, and more. On top of this, the English corn laws blocked the import of any grain, despite the obvious need for relief. The full loss of life from this period is yet unknown, but deaths are estimated to be around 1 million, with another million fleeing the country on coffin ships bound for America, Canada, Australia, and more. Anyone surviving something like that can't but have deep scars. My own parents refused to talk of it and grew dark when it was mentioned. Yikes. It is unknown how long it will take the country to recover. Alright. Blake history. Wonder if we'll get something juicy here. A section on the Blake family, their lineages, and their lands. Is there anything I want to look up? Again, a lot. Oh, gosh. Okay. Alright, Blake family. Originally of the English Blakes, the branch of the family now resident in Ireland's Connacht region, are descendants of the illustrious war veteran Edward Blake, who served during the Cromwellian conquest of Ireland. Yikes. In reward for his service and valor, Blake was rewarded some of the seized land on which he built the manor now known as Blake Manor. While there are, it must be admitted, a number of ghoulish tales about Edward Blake and his subsequent family line, these should not be paid heed, for surely they indicate nothing more than superstition and occasional local unrest. Okay. Mary Blake. After her marriage to Jonathan Blake, the Marquess of Doon, in 1881, she gained the title of Marchioness. Marchioness Blake established the Blake Foundation in 1890. Through the foundation, the Marchioness constructed and funded several orphanages, ragged schools, and widows' almshouses in impoverished rural towns and villages across Connacht. The Marchioness committed much of the Blake fortune to the foundation and organized fundraising events across Ireland and Great Britain. She spent her free time teaching English in one of the foundation's local schools and privately funded the university education of over 40 pupils. Marchioness Blake took up a position of philanthropist and charity worker, acting as a pillar of her community and the very image of a God-fearing woman until her death in 1894. There is nothing here about Walter yet. Interesting. The current Marquess of Doon and ninth person to hold the title. The title was passed down to him by Richard Blake, son of William Blake. William Blake was said to be a stern and ruthless man who would do anything for the betterment of his family. Richard Blake's was considered quite the opposite. His interests kept him from the manor, and a few years after his passing in Paris, Jonathan Blake opened the grounds as a hotel to help revitalize the lands post-famine. Not much else is recorded about him. He does not seem to have undertaken many other exploits. Yay! Wilhelmina Blake. Wilhelmina August Blake was born in 1788 to Thomas Blake, the 6th Marquess of Doon. She disappeared without a trace on the night of October 29th, 1828. She had a passion for music from an early age and was often called upon to entertain her father's guests with piano recitals in the drawing room. In the months leading to her disappearance, she developed a keen interest in Egyptology after her uncle, Lord Bernard Blake, gifted her an ancient vase he recovered during the expedition of Giza. The vase disappeared on the same night as Lady Blake. After she vanished, her younger sister Elizabeth experienced episodes of melancholy and would roam the grounds searching for Wilhelmina, adamant that she had never left Blake Manor. Nobody was ever found for Wilhelmina, and so her final whereabouts and fate remain unknown. Dang! Edward Blake, 1630 to 1703, was an Englishman serving in the Cromwellian conquest of Ireland by the then English Commonwealth. He was a notable figure among the English forces and was credited for his success by Cromwell himself, who awarded him a significant parcel of conquered land in Connacht. The Blakes have gone on to become significant figureheads in their community and have upheld their position for a few hundred years. Blake history. Alright, last section. Copies of the Bible sit here with core texts of other faiths. It's interesting to see this so openly displayed. To some, this would be blasphemous. Is there anything I want to look up? A few different things, apparently. Look up the Resurrectix, where a crucifix depicts Jesus Christ in his crucifixion, and so speaks to his sacrifice and the forgiveness bestowed upon humanity for it. Resurrectix is the crucifix's counterpart, the cross upon which Jesus was crucified, with no depiction of the Lord upon it. The Resurrectix, then, is an empty cross, the Lord having departed it, and in this signifies hope, eternal life, and triumph over death. Celtic religious symbols. There are a number of designs synonymous with Celtic culture and spirituality. I list here a few. The Triskelion, 3 spirals joined together at their outermost points and the center of the design. Though to represent the physical world, the spirit world, or thought to represent the physical world, the spirit world, and the afterlife, or alternatively birth, life, and death. The triquetra, an ancient symbol of a tri-pointed endless knot, now understood to represent the Holy Trinity. The Daranot, a complicated square knot without end, associated with St. Patrick, patron saint of Ireland. The Daranot is a symbol of unity and peace. Okay, Celtic crosses. The Celtic cross is distinguished from the Latin cross by the circle or nimbus around its intersection. Its formation is attributed to Ireland, France, and Great Britain, and it gained prominence in medieval art. Its designation as the Celtic cross is relatively recent, perhaps reflective of its historic use among Irish missionaries. Samhain, approximately pronounced Samhain, is a Gaelic festival traditionally occurring on the 1st of November, towards the end of the harvest season and at the beginning of winter. Believed to be born of pagan tradition, the festival represents a time in the year where the boundaries between the mundane world and the other world would weaken. And as such, many traditions associated with the festival are thought to be protective to ward away the spirits that would otherwise broach the boundary and cause the living harm. During this time, spirits were to be appeased with offerings of food and drink, so that they would leave the living in peace throughout the rest of the year. And pagan sacred sites. While much of the knowledge of sites of religious significance to the pre-Christian pagans has been lost, there are several that have been identified across the country. Stone circles apparently constructed for ritual purpose abound, and burial sites such as those found in Newgrange suggest a reverence for the movements of the heavens. Some old sacred sites seem to have been co-opted into modern tradition, as there remains a tradition of lone oak trees being best left undisturbed so as not to upset otherworldly spirits, a superstition which does not hold the same prevalence and longevity in other parts of the United Kingdom. Whew! That was a lot of reading. What? Hey. Let's see. Who's... Oh, wait, that's the bellboy or whatever. Huh. Oh, that's the cook. Let's see, it's 1:38. So let's see. He's away. Drawing room, library. Let's see. Culprit. Investigate. Investigate. What is there? I don't see anything new. And yet, it has an exclamation mark. So, what the heck? Let's see. We'll investigate her. See what her information tree has for us so far. Okay. To see what they could be hiding. Small dried white flowers. Ability and foreknowledge and foresight. Chaperone. Cameo. Okay. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, what the? Dang. Okay. Extensive research. Okay. Brooch. Multiple scars. Her book. Land records. Scrap of paper. Find the body of water. Okay, and then we need to investigate her room. Let's see. Oh, I can't move this over to, like, see more times. Gosh. Okay. So that was the library. Okay. We'll start with these rooms. Something down here on the wall that we can... Ooh. Hello. Reynard Blake, the third Marquess of Dune. What the fudge? I don't remember that being in my way. The heck? Okay, that's a closet. Room 7 through, rooms... That's interesting. Okay, that's a water closet. We will listen. I can't hear anything. Oh, I can only look. What does that mean? Okay. So I can't get in now. Ooh. Closet. Okay. Can't get in there. Ooh. A globe of the known world. I wonder, will they discover anything new? I can only imagine how thrilling it was when the Americas were discovered. Okay, who are you? William Blake, the 7th Marquess of Doon. Orte. Wait, did we? Okay. Let's go back this way. We'll start with these two. Oh, hi! Hello! Welcome in! Nice to see you! Let's see, that's a closet. Oh, gosh. Wait. Unoccupied room and it's got 2 doors? Dang, this hallway's so fancy. I'm doing alright. I'm a little tired. I'm a little bit tired because I went to bed late, so I didn't get a full night's sleep. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I hope you're also doing well, or at least not exhausted from lack of sleep like me. Let's see. This seems to be a book on calling the dead written by Miss Montavani. Ooh. A local newspaper from last year. Nothing interesting was happening then. Ooh. Hello. Just playing Kiro. Gotta kill my favorite NPCs. Oh no! Glad to hear you're doing alright. That's very, very good. A bust of Reynard Blake, 1690 to 1739. Alright, so we're going to listen first. I can't hear anything. Okay, so we're going to enter. It's not locked. They must leave unused bedrooms open. Alright, so we have 16 minutes. Alright. Nothing in here catches my eye. Little interest. Let's look under. We have a key. Northeast corridor key. A master key for all bedrooms in the northeast corridor for use by the staff. So we need to get that somehow. Looks like it's been a while since this bed was moved. One of the floorboards is coming up here, but it is still secure. Okay. The sheets are messy and the bed hastily made. I suspect the housekeeper did not do this. Woo! Okay. This has been recently moved, but I see no sinister reason for it. Interesting. Let's see. Nothing, okay. And then let's look at the mirror. A standard vanity mirror. Okay. A well-thumbed copy of the Bible. Ooh. Okay, a cobweb. This place hasn't been dusted for a while. Some burnt scraps of paper remain, enough that I can make out the message. Meet me in room 7 after your bar shift and steal us some wine. Ooh la la! A pile of old ashes. Wonder what that was about. Alright, nothing of note. And nothing of note. Alright, so I want that key. Did we grab the key? Is the key mine? I don't have like an inventory. Wait, no, I did. Ha! Wait, does that mean it's mine? Does that mean it's mine? For use by the staff. Ooh! Something new. Okay. Okay. Oh, let's go. Whew. Okay. Now we gotta try this one. Ooh, this is Father Sonoit's room? The game is interesting. It's set in 1897 Ireland and is a supernatural detective mystery game. And I have definitely been jump scared. So, Ireland, that's rare. Yeah, so it's nice to have a setting like that, I guess. So yeah, the game's definitely been interesting. If you go back to the beginning of my video of this, my stream of this the other day, I think you might have been there for a short amount of time, but in the first few minutes of the stream, it was actually at the 11-minute mark. There's like my first big jump scare of this game. This game, it's wonderfully spooky. Definitely sinister. The characters are varied and interesting. It's a pretty good game. Just as long as, you know, the content warning that they give, there's definitely reason to have that content warning there. Because with it being made authentically to the times, to that time period, there are definitely things that are said by the characters that people in today's modern times would not agree with. Like a supernatural, like Dullahan's. I don't know what Dullahan's is, so I can't answer that question. If you want to try to explain to me what Dullahan... Well, if you want to explain and hopefully I will understand. There we go. That's more accurate. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and listen at this guy's door. I can't hear anything. It doesn't seem like anyone is on the other side. I've got 10 minutes to investigate. Oh, you like that kind of detail? Nice. Yeah, you know, it's... So it makes it like a work of fiction. It's a game of fiction, but they put some realism, some authenticity into it. Which is nice. A Dullahan is basically a headless horseman. Oh. So supernatural, like Dullahans. So, like, there's this whole grand seance that's gonna be happening, and you know, all of these people, are here for it, like, to attend it. Well, most of them are, anyways. And you know, they're here for reasons. They have backstories. They have different things that they're good at, whether it's you know, they make use of cards, or they have second sight, or there was one guy at the beginning who he was there to try to discover a fraud. Dullahan is the headless horseman. It's based on it. Huh. Okay. So yeah, so you've got like grand seance, you've got different kinds of like spiritualism, gifted connection things to the dead and all of that stuff. His Bible is a Gnostic one. He has sermon notes and the likes recorded inside. Is this the branch of Christianity he really follows? He has passages about a black iron prison marked, but I cannot make out what they mean. It's hard to make anything of use out. It's a very dense tome. I'd need to look elsewhere for more understandable information. Ew. A sequence of strange hand-drawn symbols was sitting below the Bible. I need to write this down. Leprechauns! One moment. Okay. I need to write this down. Alright, so we've got a symbol that basically looks like a target. With... oh my soul. Okay. That's all colored in. And then... okay. And then we've got... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we've got something that looks like a devil symbol. For a lack of a better way of putting it. So we do that. And then this and a curved leg over here. Okay. And then we have 2 more targets. And the other one. Okay. Neptunus? I have no clue. Oh, you mean the symbol here in the middle? This thing? I don't know. It's vaguely reminiscent of like an alchemy symbol, but I don't... it either is an alchemy symbol or it is something that is very close to a certain alchemy symbol without it actually being alchemy. I don't know which. For certain. So, but I have this marked down now. Ah! Okay. It is 151. Ooh, a journal. A leather journal. Let's see the most recent entry. I've uncovered a hidden door which leads to the woman's changing rooms. It is an ungodly place. Alas, I was hasty in my exit and have yet to review it properly. Between our assessment of the grounds and the talk at 11, our best opportunity will be at 6. Huh. So he's on a little secret mission about something, but we will find these catacombs. Ooh! Come Sunday morning, we will search them stone to stone. Shut up. He's trying to search for catacombs on the property? Ooh. That got you. Uh-oh. Okay, I came through that door, and there's now this on the floor. A badly scrawled note. I mean, it could have been here when I first got here, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. A badly scrawled note, I think, requesting a meeting with Father Sinot, but it's hard to read. As best I can tell, it is signed Murphy. Huh. Ooh, a pistol box. An empty pistol box. Does this mean the priest is constantly armed? But why? Ooh. Okay, we can't look under his bed. This is very interesting. Wardrobe. Vestments. Father Sinot's priestly robes smell of incense, dust, and sulfur. Huh. We're alchemy symbols. Anything I know of those things are from the Isaac game. Gotcha. Poorly drawn maps. He has been trying to complete a map of the grounds, but it's poorly made. Not his skill set, I suppose. Partial maps. Incomplete maps of the grounds. They are well made, unlike their recent continuation beside them. Drawing materials. A pen and ink pot used for making the maps beside them. Okay, nothing in the dressing table of note. Hello. Letters. A mass of correspondence from various people. One mentions Mr. Doyle and his placement here to investigate. Another talks about how the Aeon has been located. Whatever it is, it resides here at Blake Manor. A note here about freeing the Aeon from its prison at all costs. No death here is real. Excuse me, what? So sassy. What? Wait, are you calling me sassy? And if so, what are you gonna do about it? I can show you some sass. Another talks about how all attempts to reach Mr. Doyle have failed. Oh, no, like the character. Got it. Okay. I see the flyer for this event is attached to another letter. This is your chance, Father, is written here. Somebody stayed here in order to reach Doyle, but he did not recognize them or know the faith. Ooh, what's this? Gimme. All right, so this is Father Sonat's schedule for this weekend. I have noted his movements in my timetable. And it is now 2 o'clock. Let's go. Uh-oh. Wait, okay. Whew. That's scared. Okay, nothing of interest in there. Got it. Okay. Let's close this. There we go. Alright. I think we're good. Phew. Alrighty. So now let's see. If we come down here... Ooh, this leads to the gardens. That's staff only. Wait a minute. It's locked. Bummer. Ooh. What's this? This book appears to have been read many times. Okay. Atrium. The bathhouse. Alrighty. Let's see. Doesn't appear like anybody's in here. I wonder if maybe we should actually... Whoa! Creaky floorboard. Gah! Hello?
Good day.
Hello, sir. Anything I can do for you?
Alright, discuss. Oh, we do have more things to discuss. Okay. Badly written note. Discuss. I found this note to Mrs. Joyce, but I can't make head nor tail of it. Is that a note from... It's her handwriting, isn't it? Goodness, sir, I haven't a clue what it says. This scrawl is too messy. Far too messy, yes. Okay. Trying to talk with priest. Miss Murphy seems to be trying to speak with Father Sonat on some manner. It seems Miss Murphy is rather eager to discuss something with Father Sonat. Do you know, I haven't a clue about that, sir? But he is a priest, a spiritual teacher of sorts, no? But perfectly normal for us to ask him all manner of things, I'm sure. Of course, you've sought guidance from him as well, then? That's between me and the Lord, sir. All right.
I'll be off.
God bless you, sir.
Okay. We need to... Miss Dean is most likely in room 15 from what we've been able to deduce. So... Okay, this is 16. So, we need to find 15. What in the tar nation? These look like bullet holes. What is this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, why? Why are we looking from side to side? The door to room 15 appears to be missing. The markings on the wall look similar to those in my dream, but without a pattern. How would I even go about finding such a thing? Whatever has caused this to vanish? Might this have been Miss Dean's room? Oh my gosh! Okay, following leads will help you progress and solve mysteries. Reviewing the mystery map can help you remember what you have and haven't already investigated. Press 1 to access the mystery map. Okay, further clues can be revealed by discussing evidence with other characters. The info panel on the right can show you who you can discuss a specific piece of evidence with. A character's portrait will appear underneath topics that can be discussed with them. Characters you haven't spoken to yet will show as a question mark icon. Some topics are locked from discussion with certain characters until you gain specific information. When this is the case, you will see a lock icon. Huh. Okay. So the disappeared door. There was once a door here. I must find a way to make it reappear. One of the hotel doors is missing. Somehow closed over? That's not normal. That's not normal. Use. Can I use? Somehow? Can I? Ooh. Oh gosh. Oh jeez. Okay. And then... Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Oh wait, I have to... Wait. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Eh? Wait a minute. If I... And then... Oh wait, that don't work, George. Let's see. What if I do the middle? Ooh. Goodness. First. And then... Oh wait, there's that too. And then... No, because then that blocks off... Dang. And then I don't have any... Okay. Well, that's complicated. Wait a moment. Whoa, wait a minute. We might be getting a clue here to the directions. Wait. Let's back off. So these connect, and then it connects this way. It also connects this way. It doesn't necessarily show a connection here. And then these connect. I'm gonna try it. Let's see. So, oh my gosh. Skelly! Alright, so we're gonna do this. No! Alright, and then this. This. Okay. And then... And then... This way. Nope. Nope. No. Oh, wait, but the... Now, wait a second. If I do this... And then... Stop it! And then... And then I go like this, down, boom. There's a door hidden behind this wall. I got it. Let's go. I'm a genius! Am I still dreaming? Woo! Oh, the scare. Oh, gosh. Whatever black magic caused this, somebody went through a lot of trouble to mask Miss Dean's room. Let's go! Okay. Well, I figured it out, so that's awesome. Let's listen. I can't hear anything. It doesn't seem like anyone is on the other side. There is a key here in the door already. There's a key in the lock. Ooh, it's the southeast corridor key. Ooh, it seems to be a master key for this corridor, but why was it left here? What other mysteries does this room hold for me? Ooh, let's go! Alright, so now we have finally made it into the room of the young woman that is missing. Or who is missing. So let's see. Ooh. A wanted poster for Miss Barbosa. Scandalous. Procurada. 250 $1,000? Question mark. Reward Ines Eva Barbosa. It looks as though she is wanted for arson in her homeland and manslaughter. Presumably these are connected. Ooh. I did not realize just how dangerous Miss Barbosa was. Dangerous or foolish, but with fire, there's not much difference. How did Miss Dean get her hands on this anyway? Ooh. All right. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. We'll take a look at the bed. The sheets are loose as if the person making the bed was distracted or unskilled. And then we'll look under. Let's see. Ooh, a bottle of turpentine. What's that doing under here? I wonder if turpentine is to like basically knock you out. Kind of like what is it, chlorophyll or whatever, chloroform. There we go. Not chlorophyll. That's for plants. Anyway, or deals with plants. There's something painted under here, or under there, but I can't make it out. It looks like one of those sigil markings like from the dream. So that's ominous. There's supposedly another observation to be made here. But what exactly? Oh, here we go. Scuff marks by the bed's legs. It looks like it's been recently moved. And it could have possibly been moved in order to make this symbol on the floor and then moved back to cover it up. Oh, geez. Okay, so we're just moving the flippin' bed. Alright. What's this? Some kind of markings painted on the floor. I've seen this before. This symbol was in my dream on the stone at the end. Though it is deformed here, a new shape seems to have been left by the deformation. Okay. Ooh, let's see. We gotta connect all of these. And then we'll go down and around and then all the way down. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, wait. Are we huh? Are we just being shown what happened, or are we ourselves getting trapped?
That sigil. It unlocks some kind of memory.
Okay. So...
Somebody painted this sigil under the bed on the night Miss Dean went missing. The same one from my dream. When they came back to remove it, they couldn't, and they magically sealed the room to cover their tracks. I have a hazy understanding of the sigil's intent somehow. It draws attention to the person above it, though attention of what I do not know. It brings them back to the dream, maybe. I'm unclear. It's as if I have memory that is not quite my own.
Ooh. Very interesting. Alright. So that's what the turpentine was for, was to try to clean up the markings. Okay. A bottle of turpentine. It looks like somebody made an attempt to shift these markings. Okay. What's this? Looks like some sort of figure made from sticks and twine. And is that horsehair? Why would this be here? It's been cleaned since its last use. Okay. So chimney charm. Interesting. Nothing in the dresser catches his eye. Ugh, creaky. Let's see. And nothing in there. Okay. Wow. Interesting. There's nothing under here. Very interesting. Oh gosh, that's bad.
Oh, well. Hello there. I don't believe... Hold on. Isn't that... Yes, that's Evelyn. Miss Dean's room.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It is, isn't it? I'd forgotten, but I'm sure of it now. What were you doing in there?
Uh-oh. Busted. Claim room change. Claim to be her friend. Tell him the truth. Let's claim to be her friend and see what happens.
I thought Miss Dean might have left me a note. No luck, though.
I was right. That is her room. But what do you mean, left you a letter? Has she gone?
The staff told me she left late Tuesday night.
Ooh, okay.
You're a friend, are you? I don't recognize your face. But Evelyn has friends everywhere, I suppose.
Tell him you're just an acquaintance. Tell him you're a friend. We'll tell him we're a friend.
I suppose you could say so. Yes. Why do you ask?
I saw Miss Dean late on Tuesday night. I didn't speak to her, but she didn't seem to be herself. She looked like she might have spent some significant time at the bar. She went towards the East Tower behind you. I considered following her to see if she was all right, but... Well, even drunk, she was faster than me with this blasted stick. Anyway, I'm not one to go chasing a woman, so...
That's a little strange.
I suppose she was fine, if she had her wits about her to leave. She gets up to all sorts of things. Just another one of her escapades.
I suppose she was fine. But if I hear anything, I'll let you know.
Interesting. And notice how, and I don't know if this is maybe just the way that they've decided to depict the character, like as an artistic choice, or if it's intentional to like the character's persona. But while we were talking to that guy, if you looked at his face, his eyes were looking off to his right, as if he couldn't make contact with the person that he was talking to. So, that's something to note anyways. So Miss Dean was wandering the grounds in a daze just prior to her disappearance. But what does this all mean? Alright, so if she went down this way, that's Miss Quinn's bedroom. And then we have Mrs. Darcy's bedroom. Let's see. Interesting piece of art. Ooh, this one's askew. This painting is off balance. Miss Dean, perhaps? Ooh, we have a portrait in color here. And would you look at his face? Look at that. Huh. Interesting. Percival Blake, the 4th Marquess of Doon. Ground floor east corridor? And yet this keeps going down. Down to what? Southeast basement. Why is there all this empty? Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This appears to be what was in Percival's portrait. And there's another one. Ah! And it's the same. What's this? Another pattern like in the dream? Oh, yuck. Okay. We start here. We go up. We go down. I gotta think about this. How did I do this the first time? Wait a second. Wait a minute. Let's start here. And then wait a second. Ruh-roh. Hold on. Wait a second. And then how did I do this before? Wait a second. Let's maybe actually try to do the bottom first. Yeah. That's nice. Okay. Well, no, 'cause oh my gosh. How did I do this before? What the fudge? See, and then I'm stuck. Right. No, that's not gonna work. What the fudge? And we come down this way. And then... And then... I don't... There we go. And then... See, but then I get stuck either way I go. No, I don't want it. There we go. So, if I undo... And then I go back up. And then... Wait a second. No. No. Come back. I go here. I go down. And then over. And then, wait, no. Down. Up. Crap. But then I get stuck here. Shoot! Would you stop it? Oh my gosh. Down. And then here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Bingo! Woo! I did it. I don't... How is this possible? What is this place? Enter. Ugh! The air is rotted here. This is an unholy place. Yeah, it looks like a dungeon. Thankfully, I can't tell if these ever saw use. Ooh, boy. It looks clean. Possibly held water? These look like bones. This skull, it appears to be human. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, oh. Oh, boy. Was that a... No, it couldn't have been. My eyes are deceiving me. A hallucination caused by gas or mold in the air, perhaps? But then, how can I explain these flames? Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Let's see. And then we go here. Hey, not too shabby. Let's go. What is... Uh-oh. 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 What in God's name was that? I don't want to find out. Oh, why? Why? What the fudge? That hole wasn't there before. No kidding. Sunroom. That is... Oh, sunroom. Huh. Okay. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Ooh. Secret passage. Oh, no, not that again. Oh, and now we've got a moon. Oh, why this again? Oh, gosh. Okay, another sigil back here. Somebody must have sealed off the passage to this area sometime after Percival walled it up. All right. Okay, here we go. I gotta remember how to do this again. All right. Let's see. How did I do this? Yeah. How did I... What the fudge did I just do? No. Stop it. No, go across. Wait a second. If I go here, and then I gotta think. Let's see. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I do this. I go down. I come around. I go here. I go and then I go and then no, keep going. There we go. There. At least it didn't take me as long that time. And more human remains. That's nice. This space is even worse than the first one. Another skeleton in pieces. Is this what she wanted me to find? Okay. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. Whew. Okay. Oh, yucky. The staff area is locked off. Well, that was certainly interesting. Oh, and you can see the door behind him. Why would you get your portrait done in front of a door to a room that was basically used as like a dungeon slash prison? What kind of messed up were you, man? And do I maybe not want to know? Yeah, hello. Wait, where am I? Oh, there's the stables. What's down this way? Staff only. It's locked and hasn't been opened in a while. I suspect there is nothing I need from here. Boring. Let's check out the stables. It's waning. Oh, look, people. Before we talk to them, various supplies for the event. Okay. We have basement doors, a service door down to the basement, presumably for deliveries and the likes. What is this? A well-rendered drawing of some sort of vase. Looks like charcoal on papyrus, an unusual combination. Who would use those kinds of materials? Okay. Into a thing. Yucky rainwater. Let's see. Come check out this area. Ooh. Why can't I look at that? I want to look at it. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Give it to me. Why can't I pick it up? Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay. The latch is ill-fitted, as if trying and failing to match a previous placement. The hinge is new. There is a new coat of paint on this door that the others lack. And then a piece of torn newspaper used to stop fresh paint getting on the floor. It is dated Tuesday the 26th, the night Evelyn Dean went missing. This door was recently replaced. I wonder why. Interesting. Hello. I can see signs that this stall is normally in use. A St. Bridget's cross. Are one of the staff putting these up around the manor? Freshwater. Good. Ooh, look at this. Nothing fancy, but well maintained. Hi, horsey. Hello. Okay. A record kept by the stable master on the horse's health. Nice. Oh, we've got a safe here. A safe presumably used to store valuables for guests when they go on horse rides around the grounds. It is possible that the stable master also stores personal items here. Looks like a message from a supplier. They are expecting a delivery on Sunday at 9 a.m. Another person has noted it. It should take them a few hours to move it all into the basement. Ooh. What's the code for this? I need to turn the dial left for the first number, right for the second, and left again for the third. I wonder if you could hear like a separate kind of ticking when it reaches the correct number. Let's see. No. Alright. Anywho. Old stall doors badly damaged. Ooh, a screwdriver. Might be useful for gaining access to certain areas in the hotel should it come to that. Ooh, interesting. Got a big old wheel. Let's see what's back here. Alright. We'll check out this. Oh, she's holding a skull. Interesting. Alright. Why are you out here in the rain?
Hello, Mr. Ward. How are you?
Ooh, we do have more to discuss. Okay. Miss Lau's necklace. Am I to understand that it's a mourning cameo? It is, Mr. Ward, for her late husband. I never met him, you know. He died of malaria, and I did try to warn Victoria. I had seen it, you understand. We were too late, of course, and to listen to Victoria, the world lost a remarkable human because of it. Their bond, oh, Mr. Ward, deep gentleness, deep love. Sometimes I don't know if I'm doing it right, you see, being there for her in all this. But I know I want to try. Alright, would Mrs. Lau be your chaperone? She is. I needed someone to vouch that I'm staying out of trouble. I admit she's my friend before she's my chaperone, but really, that's all the better for having to keep each other's company so long. She's a darling for accompanying me in the first place. This is much more my sort of event than hers. How would that be, miss? Oh, Victoria isn't so much for mysticism. She's more interested in the sciences, but, well, I'm akin to the mystics. Okay.
I'll let you be, miss.
Take care, Mr. Ward.
Okay, and so now let's talk to Mrs. Lau.
Hello?
Ooh, here we go. Lucid dreaming. Would you know anything about lucid dreaming? While dreams are an area of psychology, they're not my area of focus. Ivy, however, is very interested in dreams. Amateur as she is in the area, she knows more than I. Okay.
That's all, Mrs. Lau.
Farewell, Mr. Ward.
So, back to her.
Hello, Mr. Ward. How are you?
There we go. Do you know much about lucid dreaming? Oh yes, it's quite the wonder. It takes some training, but some music or other sleep aids can help you get there. I prefer unguided myself, just a cozy space and some free time to explore my mind. I've never tried using an anchor to guide the dream, but I gather any concept can be used, as long as there is a physical totem for it. What if you wanted to explore a dream? Oh gosh, now that's something. Do you have anything on hand that you'd associate with this dream? I suppose I have a book, a journal really, that set me on this course in the first place. Would that work? I can't say, Mr. Ward, but there is a certain way to find out, and that is to try. Okay.
I'll let you be, miss.
Take care, Mr. Ward.
Hmm. Ew. Alright, it is 2:41. Okay. Hello. She's a beaut, isn't she? She is indeed. The Manor's transport. Hello. Analyze. Let's see. Outdoor working clothes. Sturdy working clothes and well worn in. He must spend a lot of time outside. Scent of oats and sugar. I suspect he's got treats for the horses in his pockets. Silk scarf. His fine blue scarf seems at odds with the rest of his attire. All right, let's talk, my good sir.
A new guest. You made your way here without my help, then?
I did. You'll be the stable master, I take it.
Right, groundsman too. I trust your trip was a pleasant one.
I've had worse. The roads out here are more robust than back east. Pleased to meet you. What should I call you?
Ah, no, a conversationalist. I wasn't expecting that. If I'm spoken to as late as about that damn seance. Hunter, sir. Dara Hunter. I'm pleased to meet you too, though I didn't get your name.
It's Declan Ward. You're against the seance, then?
No, not really. I just worry about her getting hurt. Them, you, the guests, I mean. Anyway, Mr. Ward, what can I do for you?
What's this about? I worry about her getting hurt. And then this is like as if he was correcting it, like trying to cover up what he's meaning here by his original sentence before this. Ooh, there is a lot to talk about. Okay. What can you tell me about the area? If you want to know about the county or the towns and such, I wouldn't be the man to ask. I only go to Gofford for supplies every so often. But if it's the land you wanted to know about, that I could help you with. If you get the time after the seance, it's worth taking a trip outside the grounds. The scenery is something special if the rain doesn't get you. And if you go walking early out east, there you might see some deer this time of year. Okay. Blake Manor. What can you tell me about Blake Manor? What can I tell you? Well, not much wants to grow here, I'll say that. I can get a few plants to bloom in pots, but in the ground? There's a reason I keep things simple. Might be the water, but what's in that well out back is some of the best tasting water I've ever had. So, I don't know. I could have sworn I saw a woman washing something in the fountain. When was this, sir? Late last night, when I arrived. Well, that seems unlikely to me, sir. The girls are dedicated, but not that much. What do you know of the Marquess Blake's late wife? I didn't know the woman, I'm afraid. I was hired on after her death. Mrs. Joyce speaks well of her, though. Okay. You've been here for some time, haven't you? Have you noticed any strange happenings around the place? There's too many to count. Nary a week goes by, I tell you. But the one that really gives me chills is when I was sweeping the ballroom during the off-season, and I turned to find that the chairs, they'd been unpacked and arranged around me, like I had an audience. Needless to say, I don't like the ballroom all that much. Ha ha ha! Yikes! Are you interested in this seance yourself? It's something I'd rather keep out of. I'm not sure how many of these folks actually know what they're doing. Better to let the den lie, Okay. Get his timetable. Do you know how you're going to spend the weekend? You know what they say, no rest for the wicked. I'll be tending to the horses most of the morning and working in the garden in the late afternoon. Thankfully, Mr. Varley doesn't need me for the ball tonight. Then tomorrow, we've a delivery all morning, so that will have me down in the basement to unload. But I have to tend to the gardens for a little while at 11 a.m., so I will step out for that. Then I might see about getting a moment or two to rest below decks before the seance goes on. Okay. I noticed a strange device in the atrium. What is it for? Well, I'm not a technical-minded man, but the parts the Marquess has been getting in are both strange and confusing. They seem to be, if you'll forgive me, far more mystical than your average component. You've been here a while. Have you experienced strange dreams since coming here? Aye. Not often, mind, but enough. Sometimes I think I am taking the young master to see his mother's grave, but we're walking through the hedge maze. Not the way you'd normally go, you see, and we come to a pit. And the boy, he starts crying. I think he knows what's coming. I keep walking right up to the pit, and casual as you mind, I tip the lad in, and just watch him fall into the darkness until I wake. Ooh. I have a bottle of brandy next to the bed for nights like that. Poor guy. Do you happen to know which room Miss Dean was staying in? Aye. I did some repair work on the chimney after she arrived. It was... Oh, I don't recall. Sorry. It looks like someone's crammed something inside the luggage room vent. Now, who would go and do a thing like that? Ah, well, when I have time, I'll get a screwdriver from the stables and get that fixed. Ooh, so that's what we can use the screwdriver for. Thanks. Alright, so that's something that I need to go do, is go to the luggage room and get that object. Do you get reports of ghosts around the manor? Ah, aye, plenty. More as of late. Best to leave them be, sir. Neither they nor we need the trouble. Okay, missing doorway. The door to room 15, it's missing? As in, it is not where it should be. Has it been walled over? No offense, sir, but I understand the meaning of the word. I can go take a look later if you want, but it's not the first time this has happened. Some time ago, one of the Blakes supposedly walled up some young lovers after he was slighted. They were never found. Anyway, what the fu- Yikes. Anyway, I'll take a look, but maybe one of your magical lot got some inspiration from him? Ooh, I found this on the grounds. What do you make of it? Did you now? Well, it wouldn't do much good just lying about. It'd need to be hidden somewhere close to the person it was intended for. At least, I imagine that's how these things work. Do you recognize this vase at all? Aye. It looks like that's the one Lady Wilhelmina's holding in the painting in the atrium. Never seen it in person, though. Oh, it is 3 o'clock.
Huh. I'll be off.
Right, yeah.
Alright, so there's a talk happening in the drawing room. Yeah. Why did it get dark at 3 p.m.? Hello. Analyze. Let's see what you got going on there, buddy. There's a strong smell of cigars on the man's breath, and his mustache is stained with them. Mysterious crest on necktie. He's wearing a crest pinned to his necktie, but I don't recognize it. Ornamental cane. He's not leaning on it. It's just for show.
Terrible weather out, eh? Really ruined my morning walk. Still, we're safe enough from it in here. Where are my manners? I'm Michael Scarrett, over from London.
Scarrett, okay.
And you mark my words, young man. That's a name everyone will remember by the end of this event.
Declan Ward.
Okay.
The pleasure is mine.
Let's see. I've heard talk that this place is haunted, but I could swear there's more than just apparitions around the manor. No matter how well I latch and lock it, my door keeps managing to get itself open. I would think it's one of the staff doing it as some sort of joke, except I just can't catch anyone at it. It only seems to happen anyway when I'm already in the room. What do you make of this whole seance business? It's a remarkable idea, isn't it? Not just to commune indirectly with a ghost, as many have, but to compel it to answer directly itself. Think of what we could learn, all questions about the afterlife answered. Of course, they'd get further, no doubt, with a willing participant, but it all depends on what spirits are in the area when the ritual happens. I'm sure there is no end to the things fettered to this place after all. It is timetable. Well, now I plan to attend a few talks today, namely those of our hosts, Miss Montavani, and the Marquess. Then a quick drink at the bar at 6 p.m. before the ball at 9. Then tomorrow, if I get enough sleep, they have a reversed coming in for a service at, a reverend coming in for a service at 11 a.m. in the graveyard church, somewhat of a way to atone for the night before. Then I intend to rest up in the bar until the silent dinner, whatever nonsense that is. One last meal before the big event, eh? Okay. Do you know how much about the strange device in the atrium? Ah, yes. A spirit gauge, I think. Monitors the amount of spectral activity in the area. More ghosts, better seance. Is that right? I don't think that's what it's for. I found I've had the strangest dreams since coming here. Have you noticed anything of the sort? The strangest thing is that I can walk properly in them. Ha ha ha. But yes, I do dream that I am walking these passageways, seeking, well, what am I seeking? What I am seeking doesn't matter to you. But there are doors, magical doors. I cannot figure out how to pass them, so I am trapped until I wake, which feels as if it takes time I do not have. Do you know which room Miss Dean was staying in? She's in... Oh, it slipped my mind, old chap. I'm fairly sure her old paramour, O'Mara, was by her? Okay. I could swear there's already ghosts around this place, even before the grand seance. Do you think so? Perhaps there are. It would explain the voices I heard outside my room last night. I went to ask them to quiet down, but when I opened my door, there was nobody there, and suddenly, total silence. Happened 2 or 3 more times throughout the night. I dare say, Mr. Scarrett, you must have built some legacy over the years. Ah, well... A fellow at my stage always thinks that maybe he could do more. I am the last of my line, you see, an only child who has had the misfortune to outlive whatever distant relatives I once had. A lot of pressure, then, to make sure the name Scarrett carries on once my time comes. I think that is what really excites me about this seance. Everyone is so focused on hearing a ghost, any ghost, speak. Whereas I am fascinated by who the ghost will be. To us, it does not matter yet. We're not summoning a specific ghost, you see. We're going to reach out and grab the closest, and keep doing so until we find one who will talk to us. And that ghost, tens, perhaps hundreds of years after their death, will suddenly be a star. We will all want to know their background, their life. In death, they will be famous forever. Entire teams will dig into their past, their death, their life. Books will be written on them, and their first words from beyond the grave will be immortalized. Now that is a legacy worth dying for. Interesting. Would you be a member of the Freemasons, Mr. Scarrett? Ah, well that, I'm afraid, is not something I could speak on. Not to a man that himself is not, if you catch my meaning. Okay. Do you happen to be a smoker, Mr. Scarrett? Well, a man must be allowed a vice here and there, don't you think? Okay. May I ask what the crest on your necktie represents? Aha! I would love to, Mr. Ward, but that would rather defeat its purpose. I'm afraid I must leave you in the dark. The fudge? Why? What the... Eh? That's a very handsome cane you have there. Why, thank you. I'm rather fond of it. I'm not so frail as to need it, but I've always been partial to the effect a nice cane provides a good suit.
Good day, Mrs. Scarrett.
Good day.
Alright, so... we can now... Ooh, wait a minute. There was also something here. Locked, of course. Oh, so we still don't... Okay. Whatever! Fallen luggage. Okay. No, stop it. There we go. Alright, let's see what's hiding behind this. Whew. Okay. Invitation.
Crumpled but readable. To Miss Evelyn Dean. We have never met, but I know who you are. What you are. Why does magic come so easily to you? Yet you struggle with reaching your full potential. I know you've been asking this for a long time, and I have the answers. There's a seance being held on October 31st at Blake Manor in Connemara. Believe me when I say it will change your life forever. There you can unlock your true potential, your true destiny. Power is for the deserving, Evelyn. Do you deserve it? It isn't signed.
Okay. Interesting. Drawing room. Let's see.
And these
Please, sir, call them the other crowd, other folk, or similar, unless you want to draw their eye to this place.
My apologies, madam. These other folk, they differ from the winged fairies of children's stories, eh?
As much as you and I differ from a wild animal, yes.
Bummer. Okay, let's see. West Tower. What's down this way? Door to the basement. Hello. Eh? Why is the angel facing the... Interesting. Oh, well-rendered drawing of some sort of vase. Looks like charcoal on papyrus, an unusual combination. Who would use those kinds of materials? I can't seem to... Wait a minute. I remembered I could crouch. But it's not letting me... Oh, there's a skull over there. Okay, she's covering her face. Oh gosh, that was... Oh. Oh, snap. Oh, boy. Why you do that to me? Why? Oh, why you do that to me? Oh, that's not nice. Oh, that scared me. Oh, boy. Icky, 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 icky. Oh, that was freaky. Okay. Anyway. Ooh. What are you? ED. A locket with the initials ED inscribed on the front. Evelyn Dean, perhaps? Ooh, there's a sigil cut into one side, and a small vial of blood on the other. Room 22. From my notes, that is where Mr. Coventry is staying. Ooh. I can't hear anything. It doesn't seem like anyone is on the other side. Let's see. What is it? Number... Coventry. Hunter, Finn, Toussaint, Dupre, Scarrett, Darcy. Goodness, excuse me. Coventry. He's in the drawing room. Richard Blake, the 8th Marquess of Doon. Oh, I don't have a key to... Okay. A book of poetry. Unoccupied. Wait, have we been in here yet? I can't hear anything. Ooh. Oh, we have been in here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, we can go. Okay. That's the ladies. Okay. Whew. All right, 19. Let's see. So then that's our room. Okay, so that's for the gents. Alright, that's Mrs. Lau's room. Miss McLeod's. Unoccupied. There's the train. Okay, there's no door leading downstairs here. The communal washroom for men staying in the manor. Okay. Cleaning supplies. The taps have warm water on request. There must be a boiler of some sort on site. Nothing here. I assume the housekeeper checks it regularly. It looks relaxing. Perhaps I can take some time later to think on the case here. Okay. So again, that's our room. Let's do SEANCE. Okay. It's 322. Closet. Rooms 7 and 8. 13 through 16. I wonder if maybe we want to go back to her room, to Evelyn Dean's room, to see if anything new shows up. Let's see. Find it interesting that the music changed with us entering in here. Oh, creepy. Ooh. There's a loose floorboard here. Is there something under it? It's a note. Start in the garden in autumn. Walk east to the junction, then north for 3. Turn west and... Hold on. East at junction. North for 3. Turn west. And walk 2 junctions. South. Then south for 1. It is kept behind the cornerstone, which is seen when you face the stairs. Corner stone seen when you face stairs. There's something else too. Oh, another sigil. A piece of paper stained with what exactly? The locket. I believe I know what's needed here. Okay, let's see. And then go this way. And then stop it. No. Wait a minute. I gotta think. I get close. I get close. Okay, so let's see. If I do... something like... Come on. And then... Wait a second. If I do this, and then... No, knock it off! Stop it! This is not very easy. There we go. Hey, let's go! Are these Miss Dean's private notes? What did she want to hide so dearly? It's apparent I was right. I had little doubt, of course, but the jump from instinct to confirmation has been beyond imagining. I am the descendant of a Milesian ruler. One among three. My power is not imagined, nor subjective. It is written in the authority of blood. Those curling waves embolize my blood. Or emblemize my blood. Power is for the deserving, it said. I thought it ominous at first, even a trap, but it's clear I was paranoid. Perhaps it is simply the truth. That symbol, she said it represents her bloodline? Interesting. Let's see. Okay, cool. We're not confronting anybody again. What's coming out of her room? Okay, that's rooms 7 through 12. Okay. Phew. Barbosa. Where is Miss Barbosa? Where are you? Oh, you're attending the talk. Okay, she's in room 19. That's her room. Okay, she's in the library. Alright. Hedge maze. Wonder if maybe we should try to find that maze. Let's see. Hello.
Good day.
Hello, sir. Anything I can do for you?
Alright. Woo, boy, we can talk to her about stuff. Wow. I've noticed someone's been putting St. Bridget's crosses around the manor. Oh, that'd be myself, sir. You know, they protect against flames, I thought. Well, I thought we could all use some protection, I suppose. Okay. We'll talk about the sketches. I don't suppose you recognize this vase? I do. Strange looking thing. Apparently it was around here somewhere years ago. One of the Blake family, not living here now, it was hers. Got it all the way over in Egypt, if you'd believe that. We've a painting in the atrium of her holding it. Let's see. Missing doorway. The door to room 15, it's missing? As if it's been walled up? What? No, sir. It's on my rota, sure. Reminds me of... Oh, sir, I wish you'd said nothing. You've brought back a terrible, sad story for me. How the master can leave a portrait out of that man after what he did to those two. I won't go near the East Tower, lessen I have to. Even thinking about it gives me the chills. Please, can we speak of something else, sir? I found this on the grounds. What do you make of it? Don't just wave it around, sir. It could be dangerous. Mr. Hunter's the man you want. Always studying up on this sort of thing, he is. Know thy enemy. That's what he says. Okay. It seems as if the stall door has been recently mended. That'll be our Mr. Hunter's work. He's quite the handyman. Okay. I heard Miss Dean was personally invited to the seance. She must be very well respected. Goodness! If she were, Marquess Blake never mentioned it. Between you and me, sir, I hope he is ashamed of himself. Can you imagine inviting people into a cult? Do you know anything about the Fae, Mrs. Joyce? Best not to invite the fair folks' attention at all, Mr. Ward. But if ever you do, best be polite and make sure you don't accept anything or offer none besides. A few of us are playing a game, Mrs. Joyce, and I fear this riddle has me beat. Does it mean anything to you? Well, how exciting. Let's see here. Very clever. It's just an idea, but I would keep an eye out for statues, sir. Statues, you say? Okay.
I'll be off.
God bless you, sir.
I should close off the mystery of Miss Dean's bedroom. If I can form a hypothesis, I will learn something useful for my investigation.
Hello. Analyze. Let's see. Averted gaze. I suspect she'd rather not be talking at all. Small burn scars. Scars from years of cooking.
I'm Declan Ward, miss. Who might you be?
Saoirse Murphy? Just the cook, sir. I don't think there's anything I can help the likes of you with. I don't know magic or have powers like you folks. Maybe things would be different if... Sorry, sir. I lost the run of myself.
Let's see. Have you seen anything strange lately? Strange? Oh, I'm just the cook, sir. Couldn't be involved in any sort of strangeness if I tried. I mean more in the general, ghostly sense, miss. Oh! Oh. Seen far more, than I'd like, then, sir. Air's so thick with ghosts, I sometimes worry about mixing one into the soup. Please forgive me for prying, but it seems as though you're trying to speak with Father Sinut. Was there something you'd hoped to ask him? Nothing that wouldn't be better left unasked, sir. I've heard talk of hauntings around this place from the other guests. Have you seen anything of the sort? Well, sir, I try very hard not to see much, but it doesn't seem to help. I mean, just this Friday... well, don't go to the fire pit in the hedge maze, right, sir? Let's see, what else? Let's get her timetable. What are your plans for this weekend, Miss Murphy? Oh, only cook's plans, sir. Some housekeeping, too, us being so busy. Tomorrow is much the same. I have mass first thing, then more work, sir. Nothing exciting, sorry. Your seance, I'm sure that will be exciting. Have you had any strange dreams of late, miss? Ah, none worth your time, sir. Just me, then? Sometimes it's like I'm confused who I am in my dreams. I dream I'm minding horses or working over numbers or that. And sometimes I'm a critter in the maze, only much bigger. I can see over the hedges, not flying, mind you, just tall. Then I see my prey and it's... Oh, sir, I don't know. It's okay, Miss Murphy. Please, go on. It's not an animal at all I'm hunting. It's a woman. Oh, I shouldn't say such things. Only, I wanted to tell you to know you're not alone in it. Alright. How about Mary Blake? Do you remember what the lady of the house was like before... We didn't speak much, sir. Not socially, I mean. But she was kind to her boy and made the Marquess happy. Let's talk about the Fae. Can you tell me anything about the Fae, miss? Shh! It's bad luck to talk about the, side he, sir. Especially at this time of year. Saw ones when they come a-callin'. It's why people wear masks then, so as they can't tell who's human and who's one of them. Keeps us safe. Are you very busy, miss? You seem as if your mind might be somewhere else. Sorry about that, sir. I've a hard time asking it to stick around all day. Haha. Ah, that's all right, miss. I was worried that you might be making... that I might be making you uncomfortable instead. No, sir. Have you burned your hands? It's all right, sir. Can't be a cook without some burns to show for it. Let's talk about Blake Manor. How do you like working here, miss? Oh, it's home to me, sir. Mrs. Joyce, Mr. Varley, you know how you can love people so much it hurts? It's how I feel about them, sir. All the staff, really. This place has its ups and, oh, definitely downs. But I'd not leave them for the world, sir.
I'll leave you be.
Oh,
Alright, so I know that there's more to ask her, but we'll leave off of that for now. That's the library. lobby. I want to make my way to the gardens. Let's see. West Tower. This is that. Ugh. Yeah, out of here, out of here, out of here, out of here. We don't like this tower. This tower are creepy. Okay. And then... I can't remember. Let's see. Let's check down here first. Okay. That's the ground floor. Oh, this is that one. Ooh! Oh, gosh. Why are you down here? Oh, man. I'm okay. Ugh. The design on her necklace is reminiscent of cracked porcelain. Tired eyes. She looks tired, as if she hasn't slept well in a long time. A headdress of some sort. Charcoal smudged hands. There are dark smudges on her hands. Perhaps she has been drawing.
Oh, a new face? So late in the proceedings. Who are you, sir, that would peer into a house with the veil halfway lifted? Scoundrel or scholar?
Neither, I confess. I'm more of an interested party than anything else. Miss,
Arwa. My name is Arwa Hisham. I am a scholar, an archaeologist from Cairo. And you? What is your name?
I'm Declan Ward, Miss Hisham. Pleased to meet you.
Okay. Have you noticed anything strange happening around the manor? Unexplainable phenomena? Does everyone see such things then? I thought to my eyes, the worst thing were the bones. A few nights ago, I stepped on a carpet and felt a crunch. I lifted it to find the bones of a small hand. I went to grab the housekeeper, but when we returned, the bones were gone. I thought she would think I played a trick on her, but she told me this was not the first time. That made it all the stranger. It seems they've spared no expense to put on this event. Of course. It would have been cheaper to host it in your Dublin or London. But then the house itself is the draw. The house and its inhabitants. I suppose they do not travel. Get her timetable. Well, I do not think I can miss the ball this evening. I want to know what is considered to be a party over here. Until then, I am interested in the history of this manor, so I will attend the Marquess's talk at 11. And I'm meeting Mr. O'Mara for lunch at 1. As for tomorrow, social obligations aside, I intend to explore the manor. Quite an interesting building and so large. I'm sure it holds many secrets. I hear the graveyard is opening up too. I may pay it a visit around 11. And of course, I do not think I can miss the seance. Have you noticed the strange device in the atrium? Eventually. I didn't notice it under the stairs until one day I saw a few guests gathered around it. They had noticed its gauge increasing and were wondering why. I did not care, so I left them to it. Okay. I've had some strange dreams while I've been staying here. This place, it gets too easily into one's head. I haven't tasted a good night's sleep in a very long time. Do you happen to know which room Miss Dean was staying in? Of course, I visited only a few days ago. Wait, I cannot recall? It was only a short walk from my room. How could I forget? You were visiting her? Yes, we had been corresponding about some of my research. She invited me to this event. We are friends, I would say. Interesting. Have you seen anything strange around the manor? Like perhaps ghosts? Ah, so you see them too? They do like to wander, the dead, those of them who can. It is strange to note that guests carry their physical plights at death. You would think they would heal or something, but no. Why is that? Your necklace. It is an unusual design. It is made from pottery I have excavated. The pottery was not actually old or valuable, a modern pot covered in countless sandstorms. I wear it to remind me to stay in the present. There is beauty to be found here, as much as in the past, something I find myself struggling with these days. Okay. Have you had trouble sleeping of late, Miss Hisham? And if I have, it is a strange place where up is down, down is left, and God only knows where right is. Is that... is that not to be expected? I have not slept properly in some time now, maybe even before I came here. Your headdress, Miss Hisham, does it carry any significance? It is a tarha. Headdresses are a symbol of my faith and devotion as a Sunni Muslim. I am thinking perhaps you do not get so many of us over here? I must confess, you would be the first I met of that ilk. Have you been drawing? Ah, the charcoal. Yes, it gets everywhere. It is useful for sketches of artifacts, shading, to manipulate the values of light and dark and bring life to a still image. But still, it never, to never match the real thing. Have you been drawing a vase? The vase of Nectanebo. I can see it when I close my eyes. Long buried and then long lost. It should be somewhere here in these halls. But it is not here to see. Someone has hidden it away. But where? The basement? The church? Blake's own residence? I can find nothing. If only I could find some records. Excuse me, I am just passionate. This vase you're studying, is it an artifact you have a particular interest in? I discovered it had been acquired by a member of the Irish gentry a few years ago. And as is true of so much of our history in Egypt, it was taken from its rightful home and kept as a souvenir. Supposedly, it's stored somewhere among the Blake's possessions. I would be interested in seeing it. You mean in confiscating it back? Perhaps.
I'll leave you be.
May Allah
Bringing
guide
it
you.
back home. Okay. So. This is not the corridor I am looking for. Or is it? Wait a minute. No. No. Dining room. What's this? Atrium. Gardens, let's go. Oh, but it's 3:59. Man. Oh, she's holding flowers. Roses? Hello. Alright, I need to pass by the 1 minute mark and get it to the new hour. So I'll ask her.
Sir?
Da da ba da bum ba da ba da ba da da bum bum bum. Would you or Mrs. Joyce ever have washed clothes in the fountain? What? Why would anyone do that, sir? Even if the laundry was broken, there are bathtubs and sinks across the place. No sane person would be doing that, would they? Maybe no person at all. If you'll pardon my bluntness, sir.
I'll leave you be.
Oh,
Okay, so it is now 4 o'clock. The bar is open. Hello. Okay. Gardens, gardens, gardens. Let's go. Let's go. This way. Let's. Could Miss Dean have bumped into it on her route? Anyway. Staff. Gardens. Ooh, let's. Ooh. Why is the music so creepy? Ballroom. Why is the music so creepy out here? Ooh. Why? Does that look like it could be raised above the others? Is it, or is that just me? Or oh, that might just be the style of the drawing for the artwork. Okay. In the game. Ooh, hello. Side gate. This leads perhaps to the Blake private residence. The hinges are rusted over. It hasn't seen use in some time. Alright, so we've got the groundskeeper here. Hello.
Mr. Ward, how are you?
Alright, let's see. Alright, did you Did you have to fix one of the stable doors recently? Oh, aye. Lottie got spooked and kicked the latch clean off the door itself. She was in quite the mood. They all were, really. There's no spare stall either, so I had to get one and fix it in place. It's too cold to leave them out in the pasture. When was this? Did something cause her to get spooked? Ah, it was Tuesday just gone by. Can't think what set them off. Wonderful creatures, horses, but not always clever. They'll frighten at just about anything. Rabbits, birds, puddles. Has a member of staff been placing St. Bridget's crosses about the manor? Aye, that be Mrs. Joyce. Helps keep her nerves calm in all this chaos, I think. I take it you don't have to dress up like the other staff? Horses don't care whether you're wearing a suit or anything otherwise, and almost everything else is easier to work in. Besides, if I had to worry about keeping my clothes as pristine as the indoor staff wear their uniforms, I'd never get anything done. Okay. I noticed there's a sugary smell about. Do you happen to have sugar cubes in your pockets? I do, and oats as well. For the horses, obviously. Us staff do get better fare than that. Haha! The horses trust me well enough, but it never hurts to have something to treat them with, especially when they're unsure of new people. Your scarf. It's quite the fancy piece. Aye, a gift from a young friend I'd not seen in years. Everyone's here to see the dead, but it's brought the living back to me. Interesting. I wonder if Miss Dean was personally invited to this event? Miss Montevani was, if I've heard right. Can't say for sure on Miss Dean. I didn't hear it from the staff or from her, and I suspect she'd have made it known. Not sure anyone would invite that trouble on themselves. What do you know about the Fae? The Gude folk? We call them back in Scotland. Same idea, even if the specifics change. Certainly, I've seen enough to know to leave scraps out for them. I keep a good bottle of brandy in my room to offer up when the horses are unwell. It's worked so far. Interesting. And the treasure map. I was wondering, does this riddle look at all familiar to you, Mr. Hunter? Autumn. Well, there are those 4 statues in the gardens. The ones for the seasons. Not a bad place to start looking, I'd say.
Right, yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, hello. Ooh. Okay, we're getting a lot added here. Hello. Oh gosh. Oh my soul. Ah. Okay. Let's look this over. Let's see. So we have ritual markings, a series of markings painted on the floor. Somehow I understand its intent to lure the victim into a sleep state and draw their attention to something. A vision sparked by the sigil in Miss Dean's room. In it, I saw someone attempt to remove the sigil under the bed. When they couldn't, they magically sealed the room to cover their tracks. Miss Dean was seen wandering the halls in a daze the night she went missing. Okay. A bottle of turpentine that I found under Miss Dean's bed, along with a set of strange markings. I should follow the path laid out for me by the ghost and uncover what really happened here. A distinct archway in the basement of the East Tower. Remains I found inside the hidden room. A young couple walled up to punish their love. Southeast corridor key. I should have enough evidence to figure out what is going on. So, Miss Dean was seen blank, the blank, in a blank caused by the blank. Alright, so we have 2 red and 2 blue. So we have playing, unlocking, terror, and wandering. Miss Dean was seen wandering the missing doorway, southwest corridor, southeast corridor, northeast corridor, northwest corridor. She's in room 15, so this would be southeast corridor. In a terror unlocking or playing, or daze. In a daze caused by the sigil. What if I know what happened here?
It seems Miss Dean was wandering the halls in a magical stupor,
Okay.
brought on by the markings painted under her bed. What does this tell me about the culprit?
They got the wrong target. They used magic. They are bad at cleaning. They have no plan, so they used magic.
It seems as if the culprit knows how to use magic to achieve their ends, whatever those may be. I have picked up another fact about the culprit. I wonder if there's anyone I could eliminate as a result. And if not, what investigating can I do to allow me to learn some useful facts about the suspects?
Alright, so mystery solved. Miss Dean's bedroom. I learned magic was used to lure her from her room, and now have a trail to follow. Now that you have gathered some key facts, it is time to start cross-examining to figure out who the culprit is. Okay, so a trail has been left through the house. Where does it lead? And what brought Dean to Blake Manor in the first place? So let's investigate this. Oh, wait. Huh? Or maybe not. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, I wonder if maybe you need to have all of the pieces of evidence first, I guess. Ooh, we have 18 of 20 here. Okay. Culprit facts are on the left. Character facts are on the right. Okay, so culprit, character. Use these to eliminate any characters who don't match what you know about the culprit. You can eliminate characters throughout the investigation. Eliminations are not permanent. Okay. So. Motive feels a biblical driven compulsion to eradicate magic users. She is a Catholic. She is in her early 50s. As staff, she would know her way around the manor. She is against the seance and all magical practice. So we could probably eliminate her. Let's see. Miss Dean's room had been magically sealed, causing the door to vanish from sight and making everyone's memories of its location hazy. I found markings under her bed, which seemed to compel her to wander the halls in a daze the night she went missing. I should learn more about Percival Blake. Perhaps the library or the staff will know more. Let's see. I place him in his early 20s. We don't really know anything about him. I found a book of her poetry. She is in her late 20s. Okay, I gave Miss Quinn the book she is looking for. I should check the table Miss Quinn was doing her research on to see if there are any clues to where she went. I can build a profile on back. Let's see. The note she signed shows she is unable to write. She is barely 20 years old. Estef, she would know the grounds well. Alright, so the note she signed shows she is unable to write. And then this says they are able to write. So we can maybe eliminate her. He wears a unique version of the Holy Cross. He is Steph and would know the grounds. Let's see. Early 20s, has second sight. Alright, I may find some useful information searching his room. Ooh. His name was on Mrs. Erickson's list of magical people with question marks written next to it. The horse maintenance is recorded by him. He is in his mid-50s. As staff, he would know the manor and grounds. Okay. Alright. Fine blue scarf. Seems to be at odds with the rest of his attire. He's got treats for the horses. Investigate his room. Searching where Mr. Hunter works. Sunday delivery. Okay. He's in his late 40s. Interesting. Okay, so I need to go back to the northeast corridor and look at rooms there. Investigate room 11. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Goodness. Okay, so we need to investigate her room. Drawing of the vase. Fixating on it. Deeper into the history of the vase. Headdress of some sort. Necklace. Okay. Oh, here we go. What are these strange dreams that both Mrs. Dean and myself have experienced? Alright. Ooh, here we go. Okay. Shared dreams. It's not just myself and Miss Dean sharing dreams. Many guests are experiencing their own versions of this dream. Miss Dean's journal, delivered to me by Mrs. Joyce. The sender is unknown. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna back out of this for now. Oh, wait a second. I want to... No! Why? Oh, here we go. Averted gaze, bloodline, treasure map. Evidence is included in the following cases. Investigate. Ooh. Okay. Dang. There's a lot to this. Okay. Wow. Mysterious object. We retrieved the object. We used the screwdriver. Miss Dean's invitation. Okay. Hidden notes. Let's see. Coded papers. Treasure map. Start in the garden in autumn. Alright. So we need to find these statues. A statue of a woman carrying a sheaf of wheat embodying summer. A woman arm drawn across her body as if to keep out a chill. Winter herself. Okay. That's summer. A young lady carrying a bushel of flowers, or maybe grass, and personifying spring. Ugh. It was this statue. A statue depicts a young woman carrying a harvest of grapes. Of the set, she seems to represent autumn. Alright. So. Where's the thingy? Alright, so we start at autumn. East at junction. So we have to know what direction we're facing. Give me just a second here. If this is the back of the place, then this would be south, north. So north, east, west. So okay. So that would be east. Hopefully. Alright, so east at junction. And then north for 3. 1. 2. 3. Turn west and walk 2 junctions. 1. 2. And walk. Okay, and then south for 1. Cornerstone seen when you face stairs. There's nothing here. So I have an idea. Let's go back. And okay, so east at junction. And then go all the way down. And then north for 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then turn west and walk for 2. 1, 2. Then south for 1. Alright, so cornerstone seen when you face stairs. Cornerstone seen when you face stairs. Well, that's the stairs. Cornerstone seen when you face stairs. Cornerstone seen when you face stairs. What does that mean? Chapel and graveyard. It's chained shut. The sign reads access only on Sundays. It could of course have been opened outside of this rigid schedule, but I can go no further regardless. I'll see what other routes are possible before trying to scale this imposing looking barrier. And I can't do anything in the corner. Huh. Okay. Well, since we're here, fine clothes and jewelry. He's well dressed, and it is evident he can afford some luxury. Oh, this matches the luggage in the luggage room. A finely crafted tattoo in a design I don't recognize. I recognize it. Alright, and then we'll analyze her as well. An intricate brooch, perhaps representing something and less dainty than one would expect such a lady to wear. She does not seem impressed with something. The event, the attendees, or me, perhaps? Tan line. Evidence of a ring worn for a long time and since removed. Alright. Ooh, a hypothesis unlocked. Eh? Investigate. Okay. Ooh. There's Goodness gracious. Alright. So, tan line, evidence of a ring, disdain, large brooch, an intricate brooch, perhaps representing something. Mistress. Miss Darcy's letters are to, Mr. Darcy's letters are to his mistress, who was Miss Dean. What does that code refer to? I wonder if there is somebody or some place I can learn that from. Medical code UO33 means spontaneous abortion, a miscarriage. A vial of poison, a half-empty bottle of thallium. What's left is enough to kill someone, as is what has been used. Anyway. Let's see. Medical certificate. A medical certificate belonging to Mrs. Darcy's, with an unknown code U033 written on it. Alright. Olivia Darcy's goal is to recruit, revenge, murder, affair, signed by her. So Olivia Darcy's goal is to blank blank as blank for the blank that occurred while she blank. Clear that. Let's see. We have everyone had a cold, miscarried, Miss Dean. That occurred while she had a cold or miscarried. Olivia Darcy's goal is to blank everyone. So that's gonna be everyone, and then while she miscarried. Or this could also be Miss Dean. Is to murder as I feel like we might be missing stuff for the affair. As revenge. So, murder. Olivia Darcy's goal is to murder everyone or Miss Dean as revenge for the affair that occurred while she miscarried. What if... This doesn't seem right. Okay. Miss Dean. Consider... I know what happened here.
Mrs. Darcy wants to murder Miss Dean. I should find and confront her about this.
Let's go. Hey, yo.
Mr. Ward, you've come back to me.
Yep. Your goal is to murder Miss Dean as revenge for the affair that occurred while you miscarried.
What a dark horse you are, Mr. Ward. But for what purpose? Why go to all this trouble? Would you mock me? Or do you mean something worthwhile by it? I confess. I killed my husband. I did.
Ooh.
It seemed to me there was nothing else I could do. Everything he put me through. I saw nothing but red until he was cold in the ground. And then I thought, it wasn't only him who wronged me. There was the woman, too, who had caught his attention. She must have known. Our Evelyn Dean. So yes, I came here under his name, intent on finding her. To this forsaken backwater on the west coast of nowhere. To do something terrible to her. But now... Well, now I don't think I wish as much vengeance as I thought. But since I've been here... I didn't really believe in ghosts and magic before all this, you know. But I'll tell you this. I do now. My husband is haunting me.
Oh.
I don't want vengeance, but I do want to be rid of him. And maybe he'll be content if he has her for company. If that is what it takes.
Well, there's no need to resort to such things, Mrs. Darcy. Let me see if I can do something about your husband.
Chance would be a damn fine thing.
Interesting. All right, so confront, act, put ghost to rest. I should find a means to ease him from visiting this mortal coil. How am I meant to learn how to exercise a ghost? Okay. Interesting stuff. Alright, it is 4:17. Okay. Oh, he does kind of move when... Interesting. Anywho. Oh, gosh. I'm going to go ahead and... Whoop! Slide myself back down. There we go. I'm going to call it here. Let me just go ahead and save. All right. And then, yes. Okay, cool. So that was a fun little guerrilla stream there. Doing more of the seance of Blake Manor. In a few hours' time will be the Repo collab with some peeps. So don't miss out on that. If you're watching this as a VOD, go ahead and check that out. Hopefully that'll be entertaining. I at least plan to at least be somewhat of a gremlin. Hee hee. So by all means, check it out. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and chill out for a little while before that starts. Maybe get something to eat. I'm tired, so I'm maybe gonna... Not maybe. I am going to take myself a little nap before this happens. Before the collab. Oh, goodness. And, yeah. So I will see you in a few. Don't forget to read a book. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye!